The board, I bring this forward as a motion, and it is my hope that we will have a second and an affirmative vote to move forward with this great, wonderful opportunity. That's the motion. Is there a second? Second. There is a second. Comments from the board regarding this motion? Anyone? Commissioner Cupid.
Thank you, Chairman. I would like to put in the record and ask the clerk to put in the record that I am not opposed to the Braves coming to Cobb County and that I'm in support. To put that statement in the record. I am thankful to the Braves, particularly Vice President Mike Plant and the chairman for working with me, listening to me, and responding to the concerns that I've expressed with regards to the deal. I'm thankful for your willingness to consider the uniqueness of District 4 and some of the work that we're trying to do there. And I appreciate the commitments that you've made to make sure that that district has some unique opportunity to benefit from this deal. I also appreciate some openness to considering some other ideas, such as including our solid waste department and recycling to potentially bring another revenue stream back to the county. I also appreciate you even devising a high school internship program for youth in South Cobb, just for consideration of coming here. That's much appreciated, amongst other things. I also appreciate the chairman for you coming out to last night's town hall meeting, for you reconfirming your desire to help with the projects in District 4 and to move that area along, and for the consideration for making sure that we have sound transit from District 4 to the stadium so that people can get reliably to work. I appreciate both of you together also for wanting to address the issue of transparency and being willing to publicize a timeline with milestones to the public and to the commissioners so that we can better respond to how this deal moves forward from here on out. I'm also appreciative of you being open, and I believe there's some commitment to having a citizen advisory committee to provide feedback on how this moves forward, and I believe that that will help address some issues of transparency. I absolutely wish tonight that this was a vote for the county just to express our commitment to bringing the Braves here. With that vote, this would have been a 5-0 vote. But tonight's vote is not just about the substance of bringing the Braves here. It's about how we're going to do it. We have an MOU involved with a lot of details that have come out in a week. And as much as I've tried to go through this document as diligently as I can, read it twice, pulled stadium deals from across the nation, compared them, wrote pros and cons on every side, talked to our county attorneys, had her call attorneys for representing the Braves to try to get some of my issues addressed. Some of my concerns still linger. We speak about a public-private partnership in the spirit of cooperation. I want to be that partner. Under these conditions, I can't be that partner. Not without adequate time to make sure that I am diligently protecting the best interest of the county. I cannot do it within 7 days, even with a legal background. And I can certainly understand why the public has issue with their own tax dollars being committed for 30 years, binding this generation and the generation to follow. And how dare they have questions and want to have a part of this process. I believe this could have been a win-win for so many more people than what it will be today if we only took more time to get that win. so many people have asked for us to wait. And I've asked why from the 60 days, I will even consider 14 days just so I can have time. The reasons proffered as to why we can't wait, because of a risk of the Braves moving to another part of the metro Atlanta area. The risk of us not opening the stadium within the restricted amount of time for this 2017 season just doesn't make sense to me. Not for a private company that has a track record like the Braves. If we are doing this like a business, we know that there's always a spirit of competition. And I believe that we embrace that when we're in business, and we work hard because we know to the victor goes to the spoils. And Cobb County is clearly the victor. If we do our due diligence, then nobody else should be able to compete. And if somebody else were, they would have to go through additional time. And how could they catch up? They would simply delay it. So I feel like Cobb County, we are at such a significant advantage right now. The Braves said they want to come here. And it's because Cobb County had it going on prior to us learning about the Braves. That's why the Braves want to come here. And we will continue to. So I just have a very difficult time reasoning through the rush when we spend more time speaking about zoning matters that impact a minute fraction of the public than what the stadium will impact, and we can delay and delay to make sure we don't have enough houses in a particular subdivision, or that people don't have to look at a certain thing in somebody else's backyard, and we can't delay this vote. My reasoning just doesn't allow me to understand it. And I'm trying to be reasonable because I want to be a partner and see this. It frightens me, to be honest, the number of threats I've received. If you want a 5-0 vote, you could have gotten it. It could have been easy. But I will not ever be bullied into sacrificing my commitment to the people who put me in this position. Never. When I ran for office, my platform was to move Cobb County forward by engaging Cobb County's best asset, its people. That was my platform. And I won't renege on that. I can't. That was my promise. That was my commitment. And why did I run on that platform? It wasn't arbitrary. Because for too long, the persons who've lived in my district have felt left out of a process. And it was incumbent upon me, no matter how hard I had to work, even if we didn't get all that we saw the rest of Cobb gotten, to just give us a voice. And I'm working hard to give us a voice. And so for me to vote for this and to still feel like we've been voiceless almost is contradictory to the reason I've been here. I was very concerned last night at my town hall meeting because I was scared that if I did not vote for this, that I would not have a seat at the table, that my district would not have a seat at the table, that we would be left out. But then I realized I was scared to lose something that we will not lose. We will not lose our seat at the table because we are citizens of Cobb County. I'm a commissioner. I'm always at the table. And I didn't realize how much I was and how much I should have pushed for more information, how much I should have demanded things because I'm a commissioner. But I'm new. I'm learning. And that's how I look at it as the bright side. I think so many good things can come from this deal if it goes right. I feel like giving us all the confidence to feel that way should have been a significant consideration as people were moving this forward. And I just am surprised at the lack of effort was used to engage me, and I'm having to defend to people issues that I did not even know about. So for those of the press who, some people criticize me for not responding, I just did not know how. I did not know how. But I'm doing my best to be brought up to speed and to represent the district. One thing I would like to say, I felt like this was a done deal and this was going to move forward with or without me, and I think a lot of people have known that. But I don't think this is a time to cry over sour grapes. We have a positive venture before us. So for those of us who may be upset about this, and I'm not saying it's not without reason, but look at what's before us and let's still try to work together to get the best of what we can. There are a lot of documents that still need to be created. We have a long-form contract which is going to provide a lot of details. Let's work diligently on that. You will have more opportunity to learn more. Let's ask more questions. Let's try to step up as much as we can to learn more. And I will do my best to share with everyone what I can share. So with that, again, go Braves. I know this is going to be a positive venture for Cobb in faith. But one thing I feel like, we have faith in God and faith in our ideas, but in business, that faith is summed up in a contract. And I just feel like with my analysis of the contract, I haven't seen any economic analysis yet to date. With so many questions, and I'm looking at the contract and still having questions, I cannot with good conscience vote for the MOU. But I do support the Braves being here in Cobb County.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Brooks.
Thank you.